I'm Elita Sokol with Business Time on Times. This is a magazine program where we bring you business and economic news stories making headlines. And in the program today, MCCCI sees a bumpy future for business. Commercial banks slash reference rate. We have these and other stories. Do stay with us.
I've got that feeling, that linger feeling. I've got that feeling, that linger feeling. I've got that feeling, that linger feeling. I've got that feeling, that linger feeling.
Made from fresh local fruits of mulberry, jambula, rosella, strawberry, plum, white guava and white peach, and naturally fermented for 1 or 2 years in our cool cellar, comes Malawi's own Linga. Here's to a smooth taste, unsurpassed quality, and distinctive fruit wines. When in Malawi, it has to be Linga.
Hello and welcome. The Malawi Confederation of Chambers of Commerce and Industry, MCCCI, has forecast the year 2021 to be a challenging one for business, saying the duration and extent of devastation of the second wave of COVID-19 could not be estimated with precision. In its assessment of the business environment in 2020 and outlook in 2021, the Chamber has predicted that the business environment would be more challenging, especially in the first half of the year. We have more in this report.
The assessment report, co-signed by MCCCI President James Chimwaza and Chief Executive Officer Chancellor Kafira Banjira, says going forward, concerted efforts are needed to constrain any further spread of the virus through stringent public health measures, while providing targeted monetary and fiscal incentives to sustain the core economic activities in the informal, manufacturing and small and medium enterprises and hospitality sectors that would ensure household food, nutritional and income security, as well as improved resilience. Looking back to 2020, the private sector mouthpiece says COVID-19 worsened the already hostile doing business environment, which continued to shock business operations in 2020. It says the measures imposed to combat the spread of the pandemic, such as social distancing, lockdowns, transport and passenger travel restrictions, curfews, cessation of movements of people, closing of schools, limiting hotel and restaurant operations, restricting non-essential trade, government work from home orders, and reduction in operating hours all led to reduced business activities and workforce productivity, especially during the second quarter. The report reads that the impact on firms was quite mixed across sectors. Generally, small and medium enterprises were more concerned about the reduced cash flows and fell into the risk of closing down due to COVID-19 pandemic. The report further says that at the time, large firms equally bore the brunt of the pandemic, especially air transport and tourism operators. In these firms, the report continues to say the concern was largely how to change the business strategies and meet new customers. In the report, the Chamber says the industry sector was hit the hardest, with its value added falling by 15.12%, followed closely by services, negative 14.8%. However, because of the relative sizes of the two sectors, services were by far the most affected in absolute terms, with estimated losses of $155 million over the 2-month period, April and May, compared to $48 million in industry. MCCCI further observes that companies in the manufacturing and hospitality sectors faced difficulties relating to sourcing of key inputs, maintaining pre-COVID-19 productivity levels, meeting their near-term financial obligations, and honoring the agreements they signed up to, like Eskom's premium electricity charges during peak hours and maximum demand charges. Larger manufacturing firms, according to MCCCI, were the most affected owing to their stronger reliance on supply of raw materials from global and regional supply chains as opposed to smaller firms. The report further says that most firms closed down or scaled down production, thereby rendering thousands of people underemployed or unemployed. The most affected were less skilled, lower income and informal workers, and the majority of the casualties came from retail, wholesale businesses, transport sector, and entertainment and hospitality industry. For instance, the report says the hospitality industry alone shedded 50 to 70% of jobs from its pre-coronavirus level of 526,000 jobs. The report further says that despite the challenges, the pandemic also created opportunities for firms to innovate, develop new strategies and products such as sanitizer dispensers. Furthermore, firms offering IT-related services experienced boosts in business due to shift on online transactions. Government on Thursday announced that it would reinforce tough measures to prevent the spread of the pandemic. Among others, Secretary for the Homeland Affairs Kennedy Nkoma said police officers, both in uniform and civilian, would be checking all public gatherings to make sure that the gatherings are controlled.
Still on the economic outlook, World Bank and the Ministry of Finance are giving conflicting forecasts on how the economy of Malawi will grow in 2021. World Bank has predicted that the economy will grow by 3.3%, while Treasury predicts a 4.6%. More in this report.
In its January 2021 economic forecast, the Bretton Woods Institution predicts that the local economy will grow by 3.3%, while the global economy will grow by 4%. It further says Sub-Saharan Africa will grow by 3.7%. The report says wide-scale distribution of COVID-19 vaccine in the region will likely face many hurdles, including poor transport infrastructure and weak health systems capacity. Such problems, the report continues to say, compounded by natural disasters such as the recent devastating floods and rising insecurity, particularly in the Sahel, could delay recovery. The institution's forecast falls short to that of the Ministry of Finance, which believes that the economy will grow by 4.6% this year, regardless of the COVID-19 vaccine. In an interview, Ministry of Finance spokesperson Williams Banda said the country's economy is poised to grow by 4.6% this year. He said the projection was made after considering various parameters government has implemented. Banda said Malawi is an agro-based economy. Therefore, the gross domestic product GDP growth is on account of Affordable Input Program AIP through maize production, as well as the positive impact of government projects which have been lined up in 2021, even though the projection is dependent on the normal weather outturn as well as subdued impact of COVID-19. Economics professor at the Chancellor College, Ben Kalua, has since advised stakeholders to scale up agricultural productivity if the growth is to be achieved. He said, as a country, Malawi needs to scale up enough on maize production for the inflation rate to remain low, and the cost of finance will also be moderated because of the cuts in different rates emanating from the cut in policy rate, and the country might also see stability in fuel prices due to the resurgence of the pandemic. Last year, the government revised economic growth from an earlier projection of 6% to 1.9% owing to the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Remember, this is Business Time on Times Television with me, Elia Soko. This is a magazine program where we bring you major business and economic news stories making headlines. We'll be right back.
Umatuma sambati ndiye mulibe
ala mwakutu samwati yo masamba
ndakhaso ngati amwali komanso to inu mupasike dani yonse yangodzaza ndi made in Malawi yoka tamakani moyo otsogola pogula zinthu zakunja
maganizo amene kuti ndobwezera chitukuko cha dziko lino mbuyo kugula zinthu zopangidwa kwathu konkuno kumathandiza kukweza ntchito za makampani a dziko muno zomwenso zimapereka mwayi wa ntchito kwa anthu ambiri ogwira ntchito akachuluka dziko lathu limatolera misonkho yochuluka chumanso chimakwera mukagula katundu wakunja mumangolemeretsa mayiko akunjawo ife sitipindula kanthu
kani
tikuwuzani
apo ndendamvetsatu ndandikire pompa nene ndikagule zinthu zathu za chimalawi sindichedwa
tigule zathu tiliwe dziko lathu
ndidikire sindichedwa
dziko lathu bai Malawi tikonde ndi kunyadira za chimalawi tikamagula za kunja.
Welcome back. Commercial banks in the country have slashed further reference rate, which is a benchmark for other rates, from 12.3% in December to 12.1% this month. Economists have, however, received the news with mixed views, where others believe it will bring a meaningful change and others think it is very minimal. More in this report.
A reference rate is a benchmark rate used to set other rates. It is a weighted average of the policy rate, interbank rate, commercial bank savings rate, and government treasury bill rates. Some of the commercial banks that issued such statements include FDH Bank, National Bank, CDH Investment Bank, Standard Bank, and MyBucks Banking Corporation. This is the second drop in the rate since the Reserve Bank of Malawi RBM Monetary Policy Committee slashed the policy rate by 150 basis points to 12% from 13.5%. Bankers Association of Malawi Chief Executive Officer Linus Nkungula attributed the cut to the recent policy rate reduction by RBM, which has resulted to a reduction in interbank borrowing rate. She said that with the reduction of the policy rate by the Monetary Policy Committee of RBM, it has resulted in banks being liquid now than before, hence the reduction in overnight interbank borrowing rate. Economics Association of Malawi President Lorraine Nyasulu said the move would translate to reduced cost of borrowing. She said the cost that borrowers bear will be less than it was in the past. Therefore, the country should be slowly getting closer to the intended purpose, where the intention for adjusting the policy rate, among others, was to stimulate the economy by ensuring that the cost of capital goes down. She added that the banks were taking a phased approach because some determinants of the reference rate, such as treasury bills rates, had not been reduced despite the policy rate cut. Chancellor College-based economist Lucius Kasim added the development is timely considering the slowdown in economic activity due to the COVID-19 pandemic and warranting considering recent inflation trends. However, the Polytechnic-based economist Bechani Cheleni said the slash is very minimal to have an impact. He said the reduction is very small, therefore a little benefit can be felt by big borrowers such as corporations and investors. Otherwise, if one borrows small money, they may not see a significant change.
The Malawi Revenue Authority, MRA, has revealed that it has met its set target for the month of December. The revelations were made in Blantyre when the tax-collecting body was launching Kuyiphula Sitilanga on Tuesday. MRA's head of corporate affairs, Stephen Kapoloma, explains.
Well, as Malawi Revenue Authority, we are always putting strategies to make sure that we meet our target. So it's not a surprise that we have met our target. We are always, the Commissioner General is always guiding us on how best we can generate revenue for the government, and we are looking forward to continue for the same. As for the figures, we'll share with you later. Well, we shall see how COVID affects us, but obviously we have seen how COVID affected us before. We have learned from it, how we can make sure that we mitigate the challenges, but it's an area that is new, and perhaps it's very difficult to pinpoint how much or how little the COVID situation can affect us. But what we should know is that as Malawi Revenue Authority, our goal is to make sure that each and every tambala is corrected, whether there is COVID or there is no COVID. Our goal is to make sure that if there is a taxpayer who is supposed to come and pay taxes, should come. If the taxpayer who is evading taxes should be penalized, should be brought to book. So with COVID or no COVID, we shall soldier on making sure that we are collecting revenue for government to implement the various development projects that they have promised the people of Malawi.
Meanwhile, the promotion has been suspended due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The promotion was made by the tax collecting body in a bid to fight tax evasion and increase revenue. Kapoloma again.
Yes, indeed, the Malawi Revenue Authority has suspended the Kuipula Ndili Sitilanga campaign. As you are aware, we kickstarted the campaign on the 11th of January, but due to the escalating cases of COVID, we have thought it wise that we should suspend the program because we are putting the lives of our taxpayers, the lives of the buyers, and the lives of members of staff as a priority. We want them to be number one and everything else to come second. So we do recognize that the Lisitlanga campaign had the potential to expose our members of staff as well as buyers and VAT operators to the risk of COVID. That's why we have decided to suspend it indefinitely until the COVID measures, the COVID cases decline. We will be able to come back, and we promise Malawians that we will come back with more vigor on the Kuipula and the Lisitlanga. The Lisitlanga campaign was on the basis that consumers are the best inspectors of the EFD receipt. Each and every trader is supposed to issue an EFD receipt when you buy goods. But as you are aware, there were some traders that were not issuing the EFD receipt. So we employed, or we urged the public, the buyers, to make sure that whenever they have bought an item, they should demand a receipt. And when they have not been given that particular receipt, then they were supposed to come to MRA and say, I was not given a receipt. And for us, MRA will go to that particular shop, penalize it, 500,000 kwacha for an insurance of a receipt, an EFD receipt, and then that particular buyer who called us, who informed us about this non-compliance by the VAT operator, will be given 40,000 kwacha instantly. So for the first day, we have seen over 10 people having a chance of getting 40,000 kwacha cash. But due to the increase in COVID cases, we have thought it wise that we need to put the lives of our taxpayers first. And this campaign, the Kuipula Ndili Sitilanga campaign, will be back once COVID cases starts to decline.
Reformed Timber Millers Union, RTMU, a group of people milling timber in Vipia plantations, has written President Lazarus Chakwera asking him to compel Forestry Minister Nancy Tembo to resolve challenges surrounding management of Chikangawa Forest in Mzimba and Nkata Bay districts. The union's president, Paul Ntambazale, said they wanted the president to act on their grievances so that they could ably contribute to national economic goals. Sam Kalimira has more in this report.
The union president, Paul Ntambazale, says they have decided to report the minister to Chakwera because since their last meeting in November last year, Tembo has not responded to any of their grievances. Ntambazale said if Chakwera will not respond to their letter, the union members will hold vigils at the Department of Forest offices at Chikangawa on February 1st, 2021, as one way of forcing the government to sort out their mess in the forest.
We've suffered too much. This is our country. We cannot keep on suffering like this. We need to demonstrate to Malawians, that to the whole world, that no matter what happens, we will not sit back and sleep while this country, some other people from India, from China, and from other countries are benefiting from our own resource, the trees that were planted by our grandfather, the trees that actual Malawians paid taxes for those trees to be planted, and yet nobody is benefiting from that. We just left everything in the hands of foreigners. On that one, we're saying we're not going to accept that one.
But Tembo asked for more time to consult officials from her ministry before responding to the matter. Efforts to speak to State House Press Officer Brian Banda proved futile as he was locked up in series of meetings. Among others, the union members want government to reverse its decision of signing an agreement with Library Malawi, allowing the company to manage the forest in the next 60 years. The members feel foreign companies are benefiting a lot from the forest than Malawians. The members said they suspect that some directors in some ministries linked to the forest are sabotaging Tonse government by, among others, failing to correct the mess. Vipia Plantations has 53,000 hectares and Library was given 20,000 hectares of the forest. Reformed Timber Millers Union is currently managing 4,000 hectares, which they are struggling to replant due to financial constraints.
Well, with that story, we come to the end of today's edition of Business Time here on Times. It is a magazine program where we bring you major business and economic news stories making headlines in the country. On behalf of the entire team, I am Elita Soko. But always remember, if it doesn't make money, it doesn't make sense. Bye for now.
Hey, wow, mulungu wandichitira chozizwa chabwino moti panokwenda konzekera kukaperekera umboni mulungu wathu wabwino. Amen. Takambanda sina tsogoleti ndakhanduka pemphera ndichipona yamapemphero moti adandiuza kuti ndisale kudya ndinasala apa nditapitaso adiuza kuti ndabasulidwa ndine mfulu moti ndisiye kumwa ma ARV mwachikhulupiriro asi ndukasiya basena ndakumba chikhulupiriro nchofunika kwambiri koma tikuyenera kutengapo udindo kuchitapo kanthu ino ndi simunganene kuti chifukwa chakuti mumakhulupirira mulungu basi simudzamwaso madzi moyo wanu wonse madzi ndi kusiya kumwa ma ARV ndi chimodzimodzi kusiya kumwa madzi koma alidwe mkhulupirira mulungu basena koma pitirizani kumwa ma ARV ndofunika moyo wanu kubanja lanu komanso kuchipiro chanu atsogolera ndipitiriza kukhulupirira mulungu komanso ndipitiriza kumwa ma ARV.
Utengawu akukupatsirani nduna wa zaumoyo mogwirizana ndi CHAM ndi thandizo lochokera ku PEPFAR.
Hello, brother.
Yes.
Juliet's school results are here. The university selection. Imagine she has completely failed.
What?
Completely failed.
No. That's an embarrassment.
It's an embarrassment, you know. All my money is gone.
Sorry, brother.
No. She has disappointed me.
That's too bad.
I can't take this. No.
This could happen to you. But do you know that it could be avoided? Send your child to Dialogue Girls Foundation, where better results are guaranteed. Our school has a good learning environment, boarding, and recreation facilities. We are located at Chinsabo or Frigoni Road. For more information, contact us on 0998 149 973 or 0887 413 496. Dialogue Girls Foundation. Lead, read, and succeed.
Poyambirira project ya irrigation imeneyo pa Chingereza kuti Shire Valley Transformation Project, taona kuti ntchitoyo yayambika bwino, alibe mavuto ena aliwonse, ndesiti apaka mavuto. Chimene tikuona ife ndiyonena kuti zolinga zawo kapena kuti zolinga zathu ngati dziko takhala kwa nthawi yayitali anthu akudandaula kuti kodi bwanji timangodalira ulimi wa mvula pamene madzi tinawo ambiri. Ulendo uno zikuoneka ngati tayikapo mtima kwenikweni kuti nkhani ya nthirira itheke, ndipo zimenezo zikatheka ndiye kuti poyamba ulimi upita patsogolo. Kachiwiri mafactory ang'onoang'ono opanga zinthu ngati majuisi kapena ndi zina zimene tingathe kumapanga kuchokera ku ulimi tizipanga kuno, ntchito zipezeke, katundu wina mwina dzikagulitsa mayiko akunja ndi zina. So mwachidule ntchito ili kumeneko ntchito yabwino kwambiri. Taona ndithu pamene madzi adzitenga kuchoka mu Shire kupititsa mu ngalande zimene akumanga kumeneko, komanso taonanso 6 km ya ngalande imene akupanga pana kali pano. Project yonseyi ikafika mpaka na kubangula tikudziwa kuti idutsa makilomita 100, ndiye kuti ndi project yayikulu kwambiri, komanso yofunikira kuti ulimi wa nthirira upite patsogolo, ndipo tikhale ifeyo anthu okuti nkhani ya chakudya iyi tiyiwale mavuto amene utayiwale, tiyambe kumaona zina pamene tupita patsogolo.
Good evening and thanks for watching Times News. You're with me, Wanderam Sisia. First, the headlines. President Lazarus Chakwera declares state of the national disaster amid an upsurge of COVID-19 cases. Two cabinet ministers, Sidik Mia and Linkson Berekanyama, laid to rest. Part of the M1 road at Enukweni in Mzimba cut off following heavy rains on Monday. We have these and other stories. Please do stay with us. President Lazarus Chakwera has declared a state of the nation disaster amid an upsurge of COVID-19 cases as the country experiences a second wave of the pandemic. Chakwera has since called for support from different stakeholders, including developed countries and development communities, among others. Audrey Kapalamura reports.
Chakwera made the declaration in accordance with Section 32, subsection 1 of the Disaster Preparedness and Relief Act of 1991. He said the declaration is but a first step towards a possible declaration of a state of emergency subject to consultation with and approval from the Defense and Security Committee of the National Assembly.
I therefore appeal for more assistance from international community, relevant United Nations agencies, non-governmental organizations, and the private sector for uncommon contributions towards the resources needed to meet the present challenge of the pandemic. Such donations in cash or in kind should be sent to the Commissioner of Disaster Management Affairs in my office.
The President also made several directives. Among others, called for an emergency meeting of the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 to explore additional measures in view of the declaration. Chakwera described the demise of the Minister of Transport Sidik Mia and Minister of Local Government Linkson Berekanyama as a loss to the nation. He further directed 8 ministries to work together with the Vice President in reviewing the COVID-19 guidelines for curbing the spread of the virus.
But I want you to know that we as a people have what it takes to not just survive this, but to defeat it. It is no accident that of all the nations in the world, it is this nation that God chose to be our home. It is no accident that God chose us to be Malawians on this side of heaven. We were born in this nation for such a time as this, and we must rise together as one army to fight off this enemy.
The Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 continues to encourage the public to observe social distance, mask up and sanitize as part of the key measures to control the spread of the pandemic.
Two cabinet ministers, Muhammad Sidik Mia and Linkson Berekanyama, have been laid to rest after succumbing to COVID-19. The two, who were ministers of Transport and Public Works and of Local Government and Rural Development, respectively,